Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back at you guys for another video. So this video was kind of one of the more requested videos. Shout out to Abraham Valentine and Alex Persley 92. Those are two of the guys that, I think more repeatedly brought the video up. So what this video is basically going to be about is what I would do differently if looking back and knowing what I know now. How would I go back and how would I look and how would I do things? So I'm going to try and make this pretty brief and pretty quick for you guys. So the first thing I would do is I would sit down, especially if I was still in high school or senior high school, freshman in college. I would try to think about, okay, if I had an amazing life, what would it look like? And then I would literally, that take me like, I'd probably have to sit down for like 6 hours. Not 6 hours, but probably like 3 hours. I have to sit down by myself, no distractions, and just get a sheet of paper and a pencil and just write it down. What would an amazing life look like for me? And then from there, I would probably subdivide it and write out my goals. Like I always try to, I know I harp a lot on Snapchat, I know I harp a lot on Instagram, and especially on YouTube, I talk about, okay, set your goals. What's your end goal? What's this? What's that? But I think that's really important. I feel like people are like planes, right? And if you're on a plane and your plane takes off and you don't really have a destination, then you're just kind of flying willy-nilly wherever the wind blows you, and you won't really go anywhere. So that's just kind of my philosophy on things. That's why you have goals, because you need a direction. There's somebody said that one corny statement that it's in every elementary school classroom: shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land upon the stars. Well, shoot for like the next universe, because even if you miss, you'll land like really close to the top of the universe. So that's what I'm saying. Have high goals, even if you miss, you'll be all right. So another thing is that when I was younger, it's hard to tell you guys what I would do now versus then, because when I was a child, I thought as a child, I walked as a child, I did things as a child. Now as a man, I think like a man, I run like a man, everything I do is like a man. And then if I'm ever blessed enough to have crazy enough to have some girl like me and we get married, then I will think as a provider, work as a provider, and just move as a provider. So you guys have to keep that in mind when I'm reaching out and I'm telling you my goals now. Like, I'm a man, I don't have a family, anything to think about. So my goals and things I would do different will differ from you guys. Because, when you're younger, you think in that mindset. Your goals, your life, well, your idea of amazing life will be different from mine, okay? So first thing I would do is I'd look a lot more into jobs, okay? Like, seeing my parents grow up, the only thing I was thinking about was military. Oh, my parents, they grew up, they have a nice house, they're successful. Oh, it's because of the military. Okay, so I have to join the military. My parents are Navy. They're 20 plus years retired Navy. So I knew I wanted to go military. I just wasn't so sure about Navy, but I ended up in the Army. So, and you guys know why I ended up in the Army. So looking back, I would definitely look more into jobs, because I'm so one track into the military because that's what my parents did. So it's kind of like you follow behind what they did. Doing more research, there are tons of good jobs. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol is like a job. You could, you start off I think at like 40, but within like 4 years you can make like 70 or 80. There's the DA, Logistics Management Intern job. There is FBI Academy. There's so many other good jobs. I mean, don't get me wrong, military, I love being an officer. It's one of my dreams. That's why I'm here. But I would have wanted to look more into jobs. Knowing what I know now, looking back more into jobs, would be smart for me, because when I think about jobs and when I'm doing what I'm doing, I think when I was younger, I'm just thinking about providing for myself, okay? And sometimes, just being a hugely successful provider for yourself is cool and everything, but sometimes, you know, you need to live in a four-room apartment cramped with 2 other guys trying to follow your dreams, you know. I think it's a Gary Vaynerchuk quote somewhere. But anyway, that's what I would do. I would have started investing earlier. I would have definitely looked a lot earlier into the stock market. I think that would have helped me a ton. Knowing that, you know, our TSP in the military gives a 6%, I think it's annual growth or something like that. 6% annual growth. But if you invest, I think it's like $200 to $400. Here's what I know for sure. You invest $200 to $400 around like every month. Within 30 years, you can pull $1 million. So you go in the military at 17, you could be a millionaire by 47. So that's just something to think about. I would have went to community college more. I was like, oh, I'm not going to community college. No, community college is for losers. I would have not done my first semester at a university. I think it was retarded to think that community college is for people who just aren't good enough for universities. It's just an ignorant, dumb statement that I made and I thought when I was younger. So I'm glad I corrected it. I did actually end up doing some community college courses while I was in regular university. I would have transferred over, done ROTC, probably as a National Guardsman. But it really depends. I would have probably tried to shoot for a regular just scholarship without National Guard, SMP. And then there's a good chance I would have commissioned, but depending on my degree, if it was still a cytotechnology degree right now, like I have now, I probably would have went off and been a cytotechnologist for a little bit, knowing that my goals and aspirations are different. But yeah, guys, that's it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, my name is Dominique. You guys can hit me up on Snapchat and Instagram. Like I always say, are the best ways to get in touch with me. I have to sit down and go through my YouTube comments and messages, and it gets a little monotonous at times. So I said I love you guys. Again, I appreciate the support. And if you guys ever need anything, of course, y'all know you can hit me up. I was on the phone talking to somebody last night, walking him through. He's in OCS. I was just trying to help him get ready for Squad 6. So anyway, I love you guys. Like I always say at the end of my videos, don't live the same year 75, 80, 85, 90, 95 times and then try and call it a life. My name is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, and I'm out, guys. Peace.